Sunday mornings live stream and train ride. Um, if you're with us on Bank Holiday Monday, which would have been 2 weeks ago tomorrow, you'd have joined us on this little stroll. But as I promised you, if it was reasonably popular, we would try and do it again, see how we get on. So, back by popular demand, here we go. Now, what I will say is it's 2.4 miles to the train station, which is going to take us approximately about 40 to 45 minutes to get there. So the train ride is going to be actually 45 minutes to an hour into our little stroll. So if it is just the train ride side of it that interests you, which I get, come back in about 40 to 45 minutes. But if you just enjoy the lovely country stroll and the whole ambience of the thing, then stick with me. About an hour and a half to 2 hours, approximately. We've got this down to a little bit more of a fine art. I think I've watched the old live back and worked out exactly sort of how long it's going to take and all that sort of stuff. So hopefully there won't be as much waiting around at the train station as there was prior. I'm quite glad Azra is getting this out of the way early doors. We have got a doggy bin up there as well. And then we'll have a chat. Okay, let's lead on. Loads of snails out this morning, guys. And I can only presume it's because of all the wet and rain we had yesterday. It's brought them all out. It is lovely this morning, though, I must say. The temperature is a relatively modest 12 degrees, but it feels quite pleasant in the sun. Whether I'm going to suffer when we get into the shade, we'll wait and see. But it's nice in the sun. Cap and sun is on this morning, just like that Bank Holiday Monday stroll we did of this same stretch. But it's a darn sight warmer that day, I tell you. Okay, so what's everybody up to today? Is it a normal Sunday for you, whatever that consists of? For me, we're doing this, going to the cafe, and then it's Monaco weekend. Not that it's a very exciting Grand Prix Monaco, but you never know what might happen, so we're always tuning to watch. Hopefully a few crashes. See how we get on. We are playing the geography game and the World Cup game. Geography game is tell me the time where it is for you, and I'll try and guess where you're watching me from. The World Cup game, very straightforward. Who's your pick to win the World Cup? Little Ralph is tuned in. I expected as much. She'll keep me up to speed with what's going on, train arrival time, whether we're losing the signal, all that sort of stuff. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new here. We're out doing strolls every day of the week, although we're only live now Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays. Tuesdays is content day, Thursday's day off day. Another very, very good week for the channel. I actually have forgotten, and that sounds awful, actually how many subscribers we've had this week, but I can work it back approximately. I do think we've had another 13 to 15 subscribers this week. Give you an idea, guys. Just yesterday, we had 12. So I think it must be more than 15 because I definitely had more than 3 during the week. So it is annoying that I can't work it back because if you know YouTube, you'll know it's always about 5 days, 4 to 5 days behind with its facts and figures. So it's always very difficult. Come on, Ezra. Lead on, come on. Ashra, she's very much in sniffing and investigation mood this morning. Come on, Ashra. What are you doing now? You going to the loo again? You going to the loo again? Second time we've seen that car this morning, actually third time. Don't know what he's doing. Right, onwards. Hi to everyone saying hi. Welcome to Stroll. People keep saying she's a cute dog, and I'm running out of stuff to say she's not. Of course, she's a good dog. I'm joking. Azra, come on. She, she's very much in sniffing mood this morning, guys. And this does not help our schedule at all. We've got time in our pocket, guys. Don't panic. She is a rescue dog. And again, if anyone is new, I won't bore you with all the ins and outs. But she was found in a box at the side of the road. We've had her since she was 6 months old. She turned 5 beginning of May. And the rest is history. She still gets perturbed around cars though. Not so much going in them, but when they go past. So if you've been with me on some of the strolls, on the right hand side there where there's that opening, if we're doing the round the village stroll, that is the way we go. That was, before we started doing this, the longest stroll we do. There are ways of making it shorter, but if you do the proper one, yeah, it's coming up for 3.5 to 4 miles. Look at this sunrise, guys. Beautiful. Now, not that it's very interesting information for you guys, but I'm hoping that's Ashra's luck this morning. She's been twice in the first half mile of the stroll. Very much unlike her, so she was obviously needing to go. It now frees us up heavily, hopefully. And remember, guys, when I did this stroll before, I was doing this with a bad foot. But the pace, due to just sort of the lovely Julia's TL, making sure it was all cleaned up and taped up, got a very comfortable Skechers socks and trainers on. Same as what I've got on today, actually. We're able to do it. And the way I work this out, guys, is 2.4 miles. The average mile distance for me with her is roughly about 20 to 21 minutes. So, train is at 7:04. We're going to be probably 5 to 10 minutes early, approximately. I'll let you know how we're getting on with our averages when we get to the first mile. The first mile is near to the end of this road. But again, as I said before, we're in a sort of a little bit of a no man's land at the moment. We've left Melbourne and we're sort of heading towards Shepparth. Although this all does still sort of come under the Melbourne umbrella, I think. Golf course here on the right. Played there, about 4 weeks ago now with James. He beat me for the first time, guys. He is very good at whatever sport he seems to turn his mind to. He's very much into his fishing at the minute, and he seems to have cracked that. In fact, Julie's taking him to some opened out a new lake today. Before they go fishing. I say they, at the current lake, and I think other lakes as well. Now, they have to have adult supervision up to 16. James is 15 and a quarter, so I had to sit with him in the rain yesterday. There is a very short live of that yesterday. Julian may do a live today of it using my other phone and account. So if you see us live later on, you'll know. Morning. Well, she was a polite cyclist, wasn't she? My faith in humans gets restored a little bit each time someone actually has a decency to speak. Because I try and speak to everyone, guys. And people I don't speak to are the people I know are miserable. And if you've been with me before, there's a guy who walks his dog around our village, and he doesn't matter how hard you work and how hard you try, you will not get anything out of him. Nothing. So I don't bother anymore. But she was nice. Nice lady. She's probably thinking, at least I'm not the only crazy one up at this time of day. Yeah, she's probably right. When we did this stroll weekends ago, it was a darn sight warmer than it is today. I think it was knocking on for about 15 to 20. And it was due to get up to, I think, about 27, 28 that day. Today will be hovering around 20, which is nice, comfortable temperature. But it just means it's more comfortable for light strolls, especially when we're doing a long one. That pension day signs out all the time. Pension day is Tuesday, apparently. And it's not called the teapot anymore. In fact, the lovely Julia, otherwise known as Little Ralphie's mediator, was there yesterday with my mum for coffee. and I think she'll definitely agree. He didn't call the teapot anymore. Can't really think what it's called, but he didn't call the teapot anymore. So where are we? Coming up for 0.9 of a mile. So as I said to you, the mile marker is just sort of around the corner, sort of, maybe a bit before. I only know these guys. Obviously, I've done this stroll before, but the first time I did this stroll, I don't think I'd walked up here before. Been on my bike, I've driven up here. And the reason I say driven because the boys did for our football team, did a sponsored run. Can't even remember how far it was, but they came up here to come back, and we were at the mile marker. That's how I know. Show you another amazing shot of the sunrise. The sun is quite a lot higher in the sky than it was when we last come out. And again, the warmth when you sort of come out of the shade. Not that it's chilly in the shade, but you feel the warmth as soon as you come into it. There we go. Let's have a look. Get it in the right view. There we go. Beautiful. Across the fields. Right, come on, Asher, let's go. See if we can get our average down. 19.5 minutes, 0.7 miles. So what do we reckon? 20 minutes 30 for a mile? Be a bit before. Whatever the scenario, the average is pretty good. But I did say this as well when we were doing these strolls. It's completely different. There you go, 20 minutes exactly for the mile. When you're not meandering your way around fields and bushes and houses, and it's just one straight path, of course you can get going a lot quicker and cover a lot more ground. Unfortunately, there's not many places that are just straight like this, direct. And once we get the other side of the A10, it does start to become a bit more fiddly, but not a lot. And that's with Atra making 2 pit stops. It'd been quicker than that. Have you not had the pit stops? So our train we're catching is at 4 minutes past 7. We've got plenty of time. I was working it out almost to the minute, guys, when I was at home last night, just to make sure we weren't waiting around loads and loads, which I think we still will be, but not loads. Come on, let's cross. Ashra, pavement, come on. I was telling you about this before. This used to be the main road through the village. Now, in preparation for doing this stroll this morning, I did actually look at some old maps. Actually, in the week, not even yesterday. And I was quite right what I said. This road used to bend to the left like it does and then bank round again to the right. So they obviously slowed the traffic down coming into the village and I guess going out, but because it used to be goes to the left here, then to the right, where you can see that road where the sunlight is again. That is exactly where the sunlight used to be. Sunlight still is there, where the road used to go. Um, and I thought that must be the case. Because this sort of continuation round to the left, well, clearly is the new road. But I knew it couldn't sort of just been straight through here. These trees are mature trees. So it had to meander its way around just from the left back to the right. Simple as that. And in a minute, you'll see exactly what I mean. We're only on the road briefly. Although we could go right up there. I think, I don't know about timings. Whether if I go straight on and then cut in, we'll be all right for time. I don't want to risk it, guys. I'll show you though. So this road, the continuation, used to be the old, essentially the old A10, and you can still see cat's eyes in the road and single carriageway road, all that sort of stuff. Do you know what, guys? We're just going to go for it. We're going to follow this road. You live and die by your own sword. I reckon we'll be all right. It's sort of a straight road, and then we'll be able to cut into the village of Shepworth further up. But yeah, this is all the abandoned A10. I'm sure the people that have houses up here, or had houses up here, obviously there still are houses up here, but as confident can be, the people that lived here when the new A10 was built, which I believe was 1987. Long since gone. So yeah, a little bit of history for you this morning as well. The abandoned A10. If you had noticed, guys, I have slightly upped my stride, because I genuinely don't know how long this way is going to take us to get there. If little Ralph is watching, maybe I could have a walking target from said workplace to train station on foot. That would be useful. But yeah, you can imagine, guys, I mean, it is still single carriageway the other side of this bush, but this is the remnants. You can still see the markings in the road, the cat's eyes. We're walking in what would have been a very, very busy road from, well, essentially Cambridge to London, but beyond that to Norfolk, of course. Whether it did it in its same way back then. Who knows? Who knows? Without doing proper research into it, I don't know. But a map I looked at was from the 1970s, and I didn't go up that far because it was only really Melbourne and the surrounding that it showed. But it would then merge up with what currently is the A10, sort of the other side of this fence. Okay, 20 minutes. Excellent. So that will give us, if we carry on at this pace, give us about 10 minutes in our pocket. Excellent. And that's why I always have my partner in crime on the old live chat as well. Because of such eventualities. But this is where it would have come out, guys. In fact, I'd imagine probably some of this may even still be what was left of it. Ash, stay on the path. We'll cross over in a minute. This is a new little stretch for a stroll for Azra. For sure. Right, wait. Good girl. And you'll get a little bit of a marker as to where we are in a minute, guys. This sign coming up. Cambridge 8 miles. Ely 8, Ely 24. Down on Market 42 and Kings Lynn 53. There we go. Gives you an idea where we are. Come on, Azra, lead on. And we are currently still looking for a bin. Hi, mate. Well, at least my exercise room's closed. Positive. Again, the only thing, Azra, coming this way is you're a lot closer to the busy road. But that feels a lot better when she's on the inside than she's closer to the road. So I'm glad the pavement was on this side. Probably some cut through down there to get back into the, he's saying the public footpath that way, but I don't have time to investigate that this morning. We are on a bit of a schedule. Probably get there and the train will be late. Azra. So this used to be up until just about a year ago, the way I'd come to work, although I wouldn't necessarily come this way every morning. It would depend on what time I left. And I say that because if you come this way, you do get stuck at the level crossing. You might put me referring to it when we do the live strolls during the week and there's a traffic flow coming from this direction in front. And that is because just round the corner, about another half mile, there's the Foxton level crossing. And it stays down ages, guys. And then when it comes up, you get a load of cars clearly coming through. And it makes it a nightmare for the Melbourne exits, getting across the A10. I mean, obviously at this time of day, it's not a drama, especially on a Sunday. Got lots of comments on it, and I'm missing them, and I'm sorry. What have I missed? About 2 more minutes. Yeah. Good. Okay, I'm getting, yeah, lots of little bits of information there, so thank you for that. Yeah, I could sort of get an idea of where that footpath was going to bring us out, but I didn't want to really try it. Not when we're on a schedule. If I'm just walking around and I've times my own, I don't mind getting lost. In fact, some of you might actually have been with me when I did get lost. Going back a bit for a while, I got lost in Melbourne. I mean, how do I get lost in our village? But it's when I did the country walk around the fields, and yeah, I'd not been that way before, and we did sort of get lost as to where we were. Amazing thing, Google Maps, isn't it? Got me back on the straight and narrow. I've cycled this way. I actually cycled to Cambridge, either during COVID or just after. I can't remember. But I only did it the once. Got the train back. The day I did it, it was a lovely, lovely day, much like today. Not boiling hot, not freezing cold, and not a lot of wind. I mean, there's no wind today to speak about. Whether if you were on a bike you'd get any more, I don't know, but I don't think so. So we're fast approaching the turn. 20 to 7, guys. That gives us 24 minutes. I think we're going to be all right. I'm not slowing my pace though, just want to make sure we're there. I'd rather be there than not there. There's an even longer stroll, which we would never do because I just don't think, well, I don't think I would cope very well with it, but Astrid definitely wouldn't. You can carry on up here, gets you to the Foxton lights, and then you sort of meander your way back towards Barrington and back round. It actually comes out up here, but that's miles for walking. On a bike, I've done it. Big bike. It was a lovely ride. Not on foot though. Oh, Astrid, go on, lead on. The old sunnies can come off now for a bit and actually read what's going on. I hope everyone's enjoying the stroll this morning. Again, I do try and bring you out on different strolls. How's the on the right? Julia had her eye on. It's got a lake in it and everything. Only £1.5 million, you guys. Yeah. I don't know if it's still for sale, but £1.5 million. Who's got £1.5 million nowadays? Morning. Rude. And then my faith in humanity comes back by a bit. And you get a typical cyclist like him. You can't really see it, but the lake is just the other side of here. We did do the fishing. It was briefly on. It was still is on there. You can look at it. But I was struggling yesterday with the internet and also battery strength. Now we are going up there again today. Or I'm not. Julia is with James, and there is talk they're going to try and do a live, and they're going to take my battery bank with them, and hopefully you'll have a live from the lake. And the weather will be better today. I don't know what time it's going to be though, Lucy. So it'll be mid to late morning, I reckon. So if you're interested in that, just keep an eye out, hit the subscribe, hit the bell, you'll know when we're on. Definitely is meant to be. It is sunny today. I've had my sunnies on up until we've just come along this road, which is very shady. But you can see at the other end, it's very sunny. So we will be back in the sun in no time. Sunnies will go back on. Rain is coming at 4 minutes past. Again, if the Oracle is still watching, can you confirm it's on time? Probably hasn't even left Cambridge yet, but let us know. Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty rubbish tomorrow, isn't it? I don't know. I haven't seen a storm where we are, to be honest with you. But I do know we're supposed to get some rain. I like a good storm, so if we're going to get a storm, I hope we get it here. I like storms. As I said yesterday, going to Orlando in September, and I can guarantee to you, around 4 to 4:30 every day, we're going to get a storm. So we have to see it there. We had a couple of thunderstorms this week. Nothing bad though. Just a few sort of rumbles in the jungle. Why is it when you walk places, roads seem a lot longer than when you're in a car? Who knows? Well, we're both in the UK, but obviously I don't know where you are in relation. I said I'm very close to Cambridge. And as I say, we've got rain predicted for overnight tomorrow, but I don't know about thunderstorms. I guess it depends where you are. Getting the sunnies back at the ready because we can come back into the sunlight. And also, when you walk through a place, you see a lot more than what you do in a car. Sunnies are back on. Let's just show you the sunrise. It's a bit higher now. Well, a lot higher. Okay. Is this a doggy bin? Yes, it is. I was about to swear, guys, because I've had this bag probably with me for the last half an hour. Come on. Lead on. Good girl. Ah, and that releases my hand finally. So, approximately, we're going to be at the train station in about 10 minutes. What does that make it? 56 past, and the train comes at 4 minutes past. So, how is that for precision timing? Even left myself a bit of time in the bank and come a different way. These cyclists are like ninjas. Even the first one actually said good morning to me way back in our village, where they're a lot nicer clearly than here. Didn't really hear her coming. Sure, more mugging someone, isn't it? Don't hear them coming. So we're going to be at the train station very, very soon. Azra, here you go. This bridge, and I don't know if they're still here, looks like they are, the roadworks, in a three-way traffic light system for a while now. I don't have to come this way very often, so, but I've had to come this way a couple of times for work. And pain in the backside, because you get these three-way lights, and then just when you breathe, then hit the level crossing, which can be down just as long, if not longer, than the lights are red. I'm just leaving the sunnies on that, guys, because we're going to be going in and out of the sun. Now, I think other traffic lights still here. Doesn't look like they are, because they were here. It was three-way situation, 1, 2, then 3 round the corner. I think they're gone. I think they've obviously finished doing what they're doing here. Wait. I thought there was a pavement. There is the other side. It's the old bridge I was telling you about on the last stroll we did on Bank Holiday Monday. Going right over it. Asra, that looks like it goes right underneath that house. That used to be an old mill. I can guarantee that to you. And it looks like it as well. So this road is now closed. So it's this road that's now closed. But you can still get through from the safari park. We're not going to go this way today because I got absolutely soaked last time. Level crossing shut for 3 weeks on the 1st of June. Wonder whether they're actually going to make it quicker to go up and down instead of making people wait for ages and ages. Ridiculous situation. Alright, Javid, how you doing? So this car that's coming up behind me can only be going to the train station or the wildlife park because there's nothing else up here for them. Well, they might live here. Silly me. Oh, oh, oh. Now, what I will say, guys, is, and I'll pretty warn you this, this train we're getting this morning is the first train out of Cambridge this morning. So, I was young once, and I do know what the last and the first train's like. I'm hoping it's not going to be carnage on this train. It's only one stop. If it's in any way a little bit crazy, guys, I might just put the mute on till we get the other side. So I will warn you now. should that happen. So down there is to the wildlife park. We went down there, we came from there before, and they were feeding the animals, and it was quite noisy. Obviously, we're not going that way today. Got 10 minutes before our train comes, so we've got loads of time. Now I'll just show you. Ashra, come. You know where we're going now, don't you? That's the problem. Nothing to do. I assume these barriers now are staying up. I assume you can still walk. Yeah, you can. The path is open to the right, so you can still walk across there to actually get to Barrington on foot or on bike. But car-wise, you've got to follow the diversion, which is a nasty diversion. And when I come home at night, I've now realised why the traffic's been so bad coming the way I come home. Because all the traffic coming the other way is coming this way because it's diverted. Right, what's this train saying? I didn't look, Azra. Azra, wait. Oh, what a shock. 7:06. So, 12 minutes. So we're just going to have a... Tell you what, we're going to have a walk around there. I'm not going to just wait on the platform. I'll just have a quick show you down towards where the wildlife park is. This car park, I believe, is free to park. Well, it certainly was. Whether it still is, I don't know. Park and pay, so you do have to pay now. What are the charges? Don't know. What a shock it doesn't tell you. Ashra. Yeah, nothing on here that says how much it is anymore. Is it up here? Monday to Friday, daily, £2. Evening, £1. Saturday, Sunday, bank holidays, £2. It's not too bad, but I would imagine this gets very full very quickly. Because if you take that into consideration, your £2, that's a tenner a week. That's actually not that bad when you think of some of the car parks and other train stations. I tell you, we won't go too far down here, guys. But if you remember when we did the live stroll, I'm missing loads of comments, guys. Sorry, let's have a look at these comments. Morning to you, Paul. How you doing? So yeah, we are literally where we were. The train is coming in 10 minutes, so we will be doing that very shortly. I'm putting my sunnies back on for a minute, and we're going to go and walk and sit on the train station platform. I am a stickler for timings, as little Ralphie, aka Julia, will know. And I hate it when things aren't on time, especially when I've planned my life to be here in good time. I could actually have come around the hedge and come around this way, guys. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And what we'll do today, we will sit a little bit further up, because if you were with me before, you may have realised I had to have a slow jog when we got onto the train before. So we waited. I think we were in there before, weren't we? We were going to come up here. That's the time. Oh, 7:05. What a shock. Oh, it's actually now improved. What we now? 7 minutes, 8 minutes. And all these benches are wet. So we ain't sit. I'll tell you what, because they'll be dry. And then in a couple of minutes, we'll get ourselves up. Can I see that time? Yes, I can. So, Ashra, what do you reckon? Ashra, all good so far? Yeah. Hmm? All your fans are watching you. What are you thinking about your Ashra? Ashra, what are you thinking about your next go on the train? I don't think you even care, do you? We haven't seen any fast trains yet either, actually. She was a little bit startled by those, as you can imagine. They just whiz through here. There might be one ahead of our one. 6:59, guys, so bear with it, it will be worth it. It's certainly a lot cooler this morning, guys, but after 2.65 miles, which is actually longer than the way we should have come, I'm quite pleased to have a sit down now, actually. If you weren't with us, I did warn you that this is the first train out of Cambridge that will be coming imminently. And as such, it might be a bit rowdy, I don't know. We'll wait and see, won't we? Wait and see. Come on. As before, as I would expect, to show you that. It's lovely, isn't it? It's a little Shepherd Wildlife Park poster. We're the only ones on the platform. I thought this would be the case. Again. Sit. Ashra, come. 5 minutes, guys. He's now saying on time. So maybe it's made up. Maybe it's made some speed up. Or maybe it's just teasing me. Who knows? Sit. Sit, sit, sit. Cheers, Paul. Have a good day. Look at all these crates over there. There's loads of them. I don't know what's in them. I don't know if you can see that. Loads of them over there. 3 minutes, guys. Thought it sounds like we had a fast train about to whiz through here, but it's just the aircon unit behind me kicking in. I don't suppose there's anyone in those offices. They're probably just on a timer to come on before people start work. Yeah, I agree. Hopefully, be on tomorrow. We are out earlier though during the week. Paul, just remember that we're normally out around 5. So this is late today, as you know, on a Sunday for us. Azra, what's he saying now? That time I can't see. 2 past. 2 past? No, that's the seconds, isn't it? Yeah, 2 minutes past. On time. But because the barrier is cordoned off, and I find that astonishing, actually, that those barriers aren't shutting, because they're still open for people to walk across and bike across. I guess they assume people are a bit more sensible and they'll actually look out for trains. I don't know. Cheers, Paul. Sit down. Sit down. Won't be long. We've almost got this to a fine art, Ezra. Almost. Well, we don't have to wait too long. It should be coming in the next minute. And if it doesn't, little Ralph is on call. What's that saying?
Public 0704 Great Northern service to London King's Cross. This train is a form of a coach from Melbourne, Brighton, Metford to Hitchin, Stevenage, Epworth, Welling North, Wellington, Hatfield, and due to a short platform, passengers for Melbourne could board the front or coaches. Train.
Where's the train? Well, that is incredible. If that's what they're now doing, they're not doing it. They're doing that. That's literally coming down as the train's arriving at the station, although it's not actually here yet. I did think it was strange that they wouldn't put the barriers down, even if people were walking in on bikes. Actually, I don't know if you heard that going down, but I did think it was strange, and I was talking about it because unfortunately there are people that do stupid things. But where's that train? It says it's arrived. Well, unless it's a ghost train, Ezra. It ain't here yet. Here it is. Here's our train. Come on. We did that perfectly today, guys. Come. Good job.
This station is Shepred.
Right, sit. Sit. Yeah.
This train terminates at London King's Cross. You will be calling at Guildford, Royston,
Come here.
Ashwell and Moor,
Sit.
Epworth Garden City, Hitchin, Stevenage, Nebworth, Welling North,
Come on.
Welling Garden City,
Sit.
Hatfield, Potters Bar, Alexandra Palace, Finsbury Park, and London King's Cross.
Attention, please. The next station is Meldrum, which has a short platform. If you wish to alight here, you must be travelling in the front 4 coaches. Please ensure you are travelling in the correct part of the train.
I'll talk some more in a minute, guys, but it sounds like suspected on the train this morning. It's quite busy further up. A lot of people that have obviously been out overnight, so I'm glad we're getting off in a minute. Sit down. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. She doesn't care. Down. Ezra, you're not going that way.
You will shortly be arriving at Meldrum.
Sit. 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 Good girl. And there we are, guys. We're off. I was quite astonished how many people getting off on these villages.
London King's Cross.
Ezra, this way. This way. Come on. This way.
Thank you.
No worries. Go on, go on, go on. Good girl. Right. Onwards. Good girl. So all of a sudden, it's surrounded by people. We've got some cyclists behind us. Skeezy's got his headphones on, so he probably doesn't even know we're here. We'll probably overtake it. Let's go for it. Come on, this side. Good girl. So there we are, guys. Another train ride with Ashra. She did very well. And the reason I'm saying that to you, and obviously I couldn't get the camera up and show you down the carriage. There are a lot of people asleep in chairs. And I suspected, and I did pre-warn you, and I haven't lost my touch of knowing this stuff, guys. First train out of Cambridge in the morning was always going to be like that. All the lovely wildflowers on our left and right. I'm just upping my pace a little to get ahead of this guy behind us. Yeah, it's dropped back quite a bit, to be fair. And you can hear the bees buzzing in and out of wildflowers. Ashra, to the side. Cyclists might be coming. So we left home. It was just after 6 o'clock. About, what was it, about 5 past, I think, in the end, guys? And we're now coming back into Melbourne before 7:05. So less than an hour to do the walk. Get the train and be heading home. And we've just hit 3 miles. And I did pause my watch on the train this time because I forgot last time. If you remember, I did tell you. But we have survived, guys, another train ride with Adrian. And I think we can relatively feel that perhaps the next one we'll do is to Royston. It's just quite a way to walk back. It's 4 miles to walk back. It's quite a long way. Come on. I don't know. The temperature would need to be like this to have a chance. If I'm honest. Because there's 0 places to sit down. If we're doing that particular stroll, that is. And the world is waking up. Sort of being bloody minded there, guys, but I wasn't going to move. She was just carrying on straight towards me. She can see I've got a dog. I'm more likely going to trip her up if I moved. So she can move. She realised, and she moved. And those people that just saw me by on the bike, they were the people that were smiling, stroking hands briefly on the train as we were getting off. Don't forget, not too late to like and subscribe. We do these different strolls every Sunday. We're out 5 out of 7 days anyway, but Sundays are the one where we do the longer adventures. But what I do know, guys, I'll be ready for my breakfast at the cafe. That's for sure. These trainers are, oh my goodness, they're so comfortable. I don't get any of the grief I get with my boots with my Achilles with these trainers on. And they're good boots I've got. Good walking boots and proof. Right, go on, lead on. Lead on. Good girl. But I am ready to sit down at home when I get there, I tell you. As I say, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's been a good, decent chatting and viewing day. I'm quite happy with it. Also, a few birds have been hit along here. Go on, Ezra. Lead on. I think she's beginning to get a little bit tired as well now, actually. You know where we are, Ezra. And I don't genuinely think the temperature's got that much more whilst we've been out actually in the last hour or so. Only in the sun. I was about to put my sunnies back on, but this would be behind the church again, isn't it? Nice old church here. There we go. Sun behind it. Go through the graveyard this morning. Ashra doesn't like this very much, this style. Go on. Good girl, round you go. Good girl. I did not like coming through here in the dark, guys. Just saying. Go on, keep going, good girl. Sunnies are going back on, I've decided. I think we've got another dog here on the in front of us. Yes, we do. So hopefully he's going right and not left. Looked like he was shaping to go right. Azra. Oh, hello. Yes, apart from her ripping my hand off.
Oh.
Here we go, we've got little Ralphie and co. I didn't even see you leave the house. When did you leave? When I got off the train?
Oh, you're on the train. We sat at the War Memorial thinking you're going to go that way, and then you came this way.
War Memorial.
Yeah.
Oh. Yes. Yes, no, my legs are tired now. I look to cut every corner I can.
We thought we'd meet you there, but you can.
Wait. Good girl. Well, this is a little treat, isn't it, guys? A little bit extra this morning. I was just going to come along the high road. Are we going back over the fields and back round?
Okay.
I was about to say, these trainers are not really
I also have white train.
best trainers to be walking on the fields. Did you see that man with his dog as you were coming the other way? Yeah. I didn't hear Ralph bark, otherwise I'd have known you were there.
Oh, any dog is famous for me.
Have you seen many then? Anyone we know?
But no, but dogs that are normally out walking and
Mhm.
we're out.
Got that train. This is why I sort of said what I said before I got on, because I knew exactly what it was going to be like. There were just people drooling on seats, leaning over seats where they've literally got on the train and just gone to sleep, where they've been out on a night out. Azra and I, we stayed out the way. We were she was talking to the two people that were on bikes that went past. Go on. Was James awake? He is.
They're awake in the loose.
Yeah. His eyes are open.
I put my head in until I was taking her. It just went, "Ugh."
That's a typical teenager. I'm saying that's a bit like you in the morning, to be fair.
Yeah. That's it, you know, so I guess
Good. Very good exercise.
thinking, and then he just woke up and he's like, right, it's time to go.
As Azra and me are hitting the 3.5 mile mark now. You know, it's actually longer going the way we went to the train station than it is the way we should have gone. By 0.24 of a mile.
2 minutes.
Forget the minutes. It's my legs you've got to think about.
I don't know.
Azra, come on. Are we going that way?
We can go.
We'll go this way. It's quieter. but we gave some history this morning. I've shown the old road. I couldn't believe it that they were going to leave that level crossing up when trains were actually going to be coming through there, but it went down literally at the last minute. Azra, close. Good girl. Oh, go on. Go on. Come on. Where are you? Come on. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call this one a day. I hope you enjoyed our little live stroll and train ride. We'll be back tomorrow morning, earlier, around 5 a.m. for the normal stroll. Have a good Sunday, guys, and we will see you tomorrow.